All right, guys, welcome to the home shop. We are here because it's Saturday and I don't want to be at the shop. We've already closed up for the day, for the week. But it is time to put the chainsaw on a bike. Now, I can put it on the KTM, but I like to run a chainsaw on a bike that has a carburetor so that I can take the fuel hose off that carburetor, gas the chainsaw with two-stroke gas, and be ready to rock and roll. So I can run a chainsaw a very long time. That's part of the reason I don't run one of the electric chainsaws, is I'd have to buy extra batteries to be able to run the same time that I can run a gas one. And sometimes we end up cutting over 100 logs. And I know that the electric ones are really good now. I'm not dissing on them. I just really like to have a gas powered saw because you can just keep going and going and going and going. And again, with the carbureted bike, it's easy to just pop that hose off, fill the thing up, be ready to rock and roll. All you have to carry on your back or in a saddlebag is a bar oil. So I have always run the Bill Dart chainsaw mount on my other KTM, but I sold that KTM to Rich Pierce, and he has that bike and he's having a blast on it and actually doing really well racing on it. And so I have the Beta, and I think Bill does actually make a mount for Betas, but I have another chainsaw mount that I have been wanting to use for a long time. I got it from Enduro Engineering. Let me go grab that thing. All right, guys, here it is, the EE chainsaw mount. I think this thing's gonna be awesome. It's, yeah, it's super simple. It's very, very universal, which I like. And huge thank you to the Chillicothe Enduro riders. This is the chainsaw that they gave me, gosh, a couple years ago. I really appreciate that, guys. I now have two saws. I've got this one. This is the MS-170. I also have, honestly, my favorite chainsaw for trail cutting is this one, the MS-194T. I like the top handle. This thing is wicked. They're both great saws. This one's got a little more horsepower. It's also a little easier to maneuver one-handed. Let's figure this out. I've never actually mounted this thing up on the Beta, so I have no idea how this is gonna go. Join me. And as always, guys, I'll bring you in tight when I need to, but obviously, just gotta take this headlight off. Now, I am gonna make some sort of setup on that mount to be able to have a light on it. Because sometimes, especially when we're cutting early season, it gets dark a little earlier than it does later in the year, and we end up needing to go into the dark. So I'll figure out a way to mount a light on it, but right now I don't have a light. This is all self-explanatory. Got to take a bolt out of this so I can get the brake hose out of there. By the way, guys, this is why I actually bought the Beta and sold the KTM. I was never going to sell that old KTM because I loved it so much. But I decided to do this whole hard enduro thing and try something out. And part of the reason I bought the Beta is that it would have a carburetor so I could do chainsaw stuff. Just one plug here for the light. Now, this is going to be the thing that I don't know about, is we've got all this here. So I have no idea what the standoff on that is. Let me go grab it and we're gonna find out how this works. Yes, Enduro Engineering does come with a blade protector, a chain. Anyway, if you guys have watched the video with me and Woody, you know why that thing's important. So this thing is super cool, guys. It's got these standoffs. They're not 3D printed. They're plastic. It's got this cool thing for the brake hose. That's pretty cool to go through. And they are adjustable. So you see it's got bolts there. We can loosen them all up. So I'm gonna see how close we are, just like this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get an Allen and I'm gonna loosen these things so I can jockey stuff around and get it all squared away, and then we'll tighten it down. And probably the coolest thing about this mount versus any of the other mounts is how universal it is. Because the thing about the Bill Darts, I think that they probably hold, well, I know that they hold the chainsaw better and more securely, but that are specific to a bike, so you can't take them with you to a new bike. There we go. All right, we got our, I'm gonna take these off too so we can just tuck that hose in. Sorry if I hope the audio is good, guys. I didn't bring a microphone home. I hope this is good enough. Probably a little funny because it's a big building, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put these straps on, and I'll show you these straps up close, guys, here in a bit. They're cool. They're just normal kind of load straps that are really easy to make work. All right, guys, we're getting there. I feel pretty good about it. Might move this whole thing over. Let's take a look. Let me show you guys. All right, so I think I need to flip these around because that's not holding that very tight. So let's do this. All right, so if you take a look now, as I go on here, that's pointing in, so it won't, it'll be harder for it to accidentally come off. It's also harder to mount, but sweet. Nice and secure. Now let's come over here, and I think that is gonna work. I don't really think it's being held off of the bike too much by anything. Yeah, the wires all feel good. We can still hit that. Everything seems to still be working. So I'm gonna tighten this one up. Sweet. That looks good. Oh, look at that too. So maybe I didn't even notice that. We could actually go up with these top ones, which might make it fit better. Not 100% sure. Let's see. Let's back this off just a little bit. There we go. Okay, yeah, that worked. I loosened that up. It moved. It got better. I actually think I like that down there. Maybe I'll move this other one down a little bit, and that'll actually move this out, because if I come down, the fork's getting a little bit bigger as I come down. If I come down with this, it'll tilt it forward and just get it just off of all that stuff. I think it's not really touching it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna move that one down, see what that looks like. I think I can just loosen this, take this out. I'll take this and just that's actually brilliant, guys. Like, I've been using the Bill Dart now for quite a few years, and it's really good, and I really, really like it. But this actually is pretty sweet too. And that did it. It did move it out just a tiny bit, not a lot, but some. That feels really good. We're just gonna tighten these bolts up. All right, here's the question. All right, let's see, because right now it looks like that's sticking kind of out, which might not let the bar fit down in there. Let's see. This one, they're both 16-inch bars, so it shouldn't matter, but I just want to see. Oh, there we go. It goes in there just fine. And I mean, honestly, the bar protector keeps it from doing anything weird. Anyway, let's see how the other one fits. Freaking love this saw. This thing is so sweet. So yeah, that one fits great too. That one might actually fit down more square. And then just got this strap. Just come over. This saw actually had, I'll show you guys here in a second, a little hoop. There we go. Can't come out. That is awesome, guys. I'm really happy with that. So see, this thing goes right through here, so it can't slide off. That sucker's on there, man. Like, what did I hit? Oh, so, that's interesting. This thing actually hits the radiator brace right before the steering lock, so I'm not gonna mess with it. But, I mean, I could probably spin this, let's see. Little tag ends aren't sticking out. There it goes, right to the lock. Just like what you want. Let's do these ones too. There we go. Sweet. Guys, I'm pretty excited about this thing, honestly. I think this is gonna be sweet. That's gonna be a great setup for this. Yeah, there we go. We're ready to do some trail clearing, guys. If you ever wanna come out and clear trail with us, all spring and early summer, we are always carrying a chainsaw on our Thursday night rides when we go up to the plateau. Now, when we go out to the desert, I don't bother. I take the KTM, we're all good. But the reason, like I said, part of the reason I bought this Beta was specifically for clearing trails and having just kind of a putt-putt slow bike to, you know, right. And it's not a cut on the Beta. It's just, guys, the Beta is just not as fast as the KTM. That's all there is to it. So sorry if that upsets you, but it's the reality. So at least for me, I don't go as fast on it as I do my KTM. So yeah, I'm freaking stoked. I think that is going to be awesome. I cannot wait to get out and cut trails this coming Thursday. We're going to head up into the snow and see how far we can make it. Thanks, guys, for joining me. If you want one of these chainsaw mounts, EnduroEngineering.com. It's EnduroENG.com. I don't make any money if you go order it from them, but go order one and tell them you heard about it from me. They've been a great company. I'm a dealer for them. Also, if you're local and you want one of these, come in and talk to me. We can get you one. I forget how much they are. I'll try to remember to put that up here on the screen. But I think last time I checked, I think they were like $200 or maybe a little bit more. So it's very well built, all aluminum, really, really nice aluminum chassis here. It's got the bar protector. These things are really nice. They're plastic, but they're like that super gnarly dense stuff. Anyway, the thing is awesome, very well built, obviously well thought out. That thing worked out good. I gotta put my little things on here to guide that, but yeah, this thing's sweet. Really, really, really cool. Make sure you subscribe, stay tuned so you can see us cutting trail, having fun. We'll see you guys out on the trail.